This is Brad A. Milford with the Unlimited Wisdom 9-minute podcast, where business owners making mid five figures or more share their wisdom. It's 6 questions in 9 minutes because transforming possibility leads to reality. So let's get to it. Question number 1. In a few sentences, Chris, tell me who you are and what you do.
Thanks, Brad. Hey, Chris Rollins. I'm the founder and president of Rollins Performance Group. Essentially, what I do is I work with leadership and sales teams that are seeking to achieve massive top and bottom line growth. But the formula that we really focus on to accomplish that is to really drive connection. Now, I often find that people try to communicate in order to convert. And they say, I don't understand why I'm not converting. I'm clear in my message. Yeah, you're clear speaking English from the stage to an audience full of people that speak Spanish. You're not speaking their language. And connection is learning how to speak the language of your audience so that then you get through and then you convert. If you don't connect, there's a chasm between communication and conversion. And that's what we seek to help people cross.
I love it. I love it. I hear some relatability in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. Connection. I love it. I love it. Question number 2. What's the best thing about being in business?
Brad, I think a lot of people would say different things. For me, the best thing about being in business, especially for myself, is being able to work with my wife. For years, I was a road warrior in the corporate space, even after I got out of the Army, and just so I was always on the road. And today, she's able to go with me as I travel the country 90+% of the time. And us doing that business together for us is a huge part of what we enjoy doing.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Question number 3. We hear from other business owners they're getting so much business that the chaos is causing overwhelm. Tell me your thoughts on that, Chris.
I think the chaos causes overwhelm because what happens is in so many cases, they step out of a role where they work for someone else, and whether they realized it or not, they were following a process consistently. When this happened, they did this. When this happened, they did this. And then people step out on their own as a newfound business owner, if you will. And all of a sudden, they think, hey, I don't need all this, the rules and regulations. We're just going to, they don't use the word, but they're going to wing it, which is what they do. And what happens is they can handle it when a piece comes in or then another piece. But as the pieces start to grow, they do not have systems in place. And as you know, Brad, success is in the systems. And as I often tell people, without systems, you cannot scale your business. And that is what leads to overwhelm when they start to grow beyond what they have the capacity to handle without getting just overwhelmed in the process.
Oh, 100%. I could not agree more. I love it. Question number 5. What piece of wisdom, and here comes the meat, right? What piece of wisdom would you share with other business owners, Chris?
As simple as this may sound, Brad, probably one of the hardest lessons that I had to learn, right? And I'm going to say from experience here even, that so many people step out of a job into being a business owner. And we all know the statistics of why businesses fail or how many businesses fail, right? In the first 3 years, yada, yada, all that stuff, right? But the biggest reason why they fell, I truly believe someone said to me one day, well, I did this for so long for someone else, and now I'm going to step out and do it on my own. And I said, the mindset you just shared is why you will fail. You will become a statistic as long as you try to do it on your own. Listen, my friend, I have led teams that were responsible for $50 million in annual revenue, okay? I've led big units in business. But the day you become a business owner and you start off as a small business owner, you're all those departments. And you realize real quick, you didn't get there on your own. In order to achieve success and not become a statistic in business, you have to learn to work with other people, to partner with other people, to find the other resources that you need to work with, collaborate with, hire in cases, et cetera. If you try to do it all on your own, I tell people it's the fastest path to failure. Don't do it.
I'm so with you. That is some awesome advice. I absolutely love it. And since I skipped question number 4, let's go back to number 4. What other, see, I love these videos. What other successful business owners like yourself should be on the Unlimited Wisdom podcast, Chris?
You know, you're looking more for people in the business space, I think, of working for themselves? What
do you think? Other business owners successful like yourself, Chris?
Well, as I think about it, that there's a guy I know, Ken Hartley, who does a lot of speaking and training, but he's also an illusionist, which is really a cool piece of what he does, and he does a lot of leadership lessons through illusions. But definitely somebody there that I would suggest someone connect to, and as well, I'm good friends with Delatoro McNeil, who is just a rock star in the speaking industry. But he's done it so much more than just speaking. He helps others become speakers as well. Both of those guys are class act people that are doing great at what they're doing in business.
I love it. I love it. And one of the most important questions, question number 6, now that we're back on track.
Right.
What's the most fun vacation you've ever had, Chris?
Oh, I'm going to say with me, my wife has gotten addicted to cruises lately, so she'd probably say that. But the island of Kauai in Hawaii, I think more than anything else, because I'm an adrenaline junkie, and she forgives me for all the crazy stunts that I do. But I was able to do a cliff jump, an unsanctioned cliff jump, because there were rocks at the bottom. And it's funny when they say aim for a spot where there's not a rock. Yeah, that's brilliant advice. But so I was able to do a cliff jump off a cliff into the water and then swim back in. And it was probably one of the most extreme things I've done. I absolutely enjoyed everything about that week on that island.
Love it. Love it. Love it. And with about a minute left, what other questions do you have, or what else would you like to share?
Like I said, I think more than anything else, when it comes to, what I said that people need to share when they communicate, it truly is important that people learn how to communicate effectively. And a lot of people confuse effective speaking skills for effective communication skills. See, information or speaking is getting out, but communication is getting through. And until you learn to get through, to speak in a language that your audience understands, you are not connecting. So people tell me all the time, well, I don't know, it was crystal clear and I'm speaking plain English. Why don't they understand? And oftentimes I'll ask my audiences, I don't know, how many of you are married? That's not what I said. How many times every man in the room has heard that? That's not anywhere close to what I said. We weren't connecting in that environment. And it's the same thing we have to do, is just truly learn to connect to people. And that's what we do when we teach about human behavior, is help people understand people's personality styles and their communication styles so that they can then focus to convert at a higher level.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for being on, Chris. What's the website so people can get in touch with you?
RollinsPerformanceGroup.com.
Love it. This is Brad A. Milford with the Unlimited Wisdom 9-Minute Podcast, where business owners making mid-5 figures or more share their wisdom globally. Thanks for joining us.